Hi there, Ron Cherry Rehab and Repairs here. The couple who lives in this house behind me are having some issues and it's putting a real strain on them. I'm going to go talk to them for a little bit and see if there's any way we can help them out. Hi there, welcome to my office. Well, at least for the last few days. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about hydronic heating and installing tankless water heaters. Quick tour and I'll explain a few things. It's a little cramped in here, but really no complaining. I know a lot of plumbers that work in much tighter conditions than this. Anyways, you ever wake up in the middle of the night while the furnace is on and running and you've got, you can't breathe, you get that dry mouth or bloody nose or your eyes are stuck together? That's because your furnace is running and it's dehumidifying all the air in your house. That's good for some things, keeps the mold down, but not great for people who suffer with sinus and other kind of issues. So there's a couple options. One of them is hydronic heating. You've probably heard of radiant heating in the floor. Very much the same thing. This runs hot water from your water heater, or in this case, your tankless water heater, and it pumps it through the house through a series of valves and such. And you end up with little radiators or in-floor radiant heat. And that passively heats the air. It's actually heating the moisture in the air too. So moisture level doesn't get evaporated like it does in a normal, air furnace. You can have a hydronic furnace, which is basically water-based or steam-based. So while all this seems complicated, I mean, wow, this is an old install. We just replaced the water heater portion of it, or the new appliance, as you see there. But basically what happens is you've got your cold water in, like you typically do. You've got a hot water out, like you typically do. But this is a combination unit. It's got a boiler in there. So you've got a hot water out and a hot water return. What this does, it pumps hot water through the pipes. And each of these valves, these electric valves, there's one there, they go to different zones of the house, like, basement, first floor, second floor. And then they travel along the pipes and they disappear. And when they reappear, the hot water pipes that have gone through your wet walls and through the floors, they find themselves in a radiator. I'll open this up a little bit so you can see it. The fins here. Cold air goes through it, hot air comes out, simple as that. And when the water goes through the radiator, it comes back and it goes back into that pipe and it goes back to the boiler. Now, the reason I've been down here for a couple of days is not because it takes 2 days to replace a simple install like replacing an old water heater for a new one. The issue was that the old water heater used to do double duty. It was just a water heater. It was tankless. That's about all these two things had in common. The old water heater would heat the water, and the same water that was going through the taps was going through the radiators that we just talked about. And well, since it's kind of hard to take a shower and heat the house all at the same time, the owners of this house were suffering when they take a shower, and then the thermostat would kick on and the heat was end up going into the radiators instead of into the shower head. So we split the system so that now he can have the two systems. He's got the water, domestic hot water, and he's got the boiler system here. And well, so far so good. You're probably wondering why I'm on the roof when I'm talking about a boiler in the basement. Well, the other end of this thing is the flue. Now, the old flue, you can see right here, was made of metal because the nasty gases and everything would corrode everything, not to mention it was super duper hot. But the new system, that's 90% efficiency, uses the heat coming off of it twice, and it once it's exiting, the flue or enters the flue, it's not that hot. So we can just use regular old 2-inch PVC to redirect those nasty gases up and out. The trade-off is condensation that you have to end up dealing with at the other end, at the bottom.
It's gotten so bad that we don't take showers together because it's not enough water. There just isn't enough water to get around in the shower.
Right. So you'd probably say it's a relationship is going hot and cold.
Yeah, or water free.
Water free.
Yeah.
Water free relationship.
Well, she does have another place in the East Bay that she goes to take her showers, and when she leaves, I wonder if she's coming back, but she always does. I feel really good about that and confident now that we have a working shower thanks to Ron and his acumen.
Acumen. And is there heat in the house now?
Heat. Yeah, there is. And I have no complaints from other people in the house, including my sweet Diana here.
We actually have heat downstairs, which is brand new to have heat down on the lower level.
Oh, that's wonderful news.
That has not been there until now.
I like to find the smoking gun anytime there's some sort of puzzling situation. In this case, there was a couple things going on. One, the design. Water will always follow the path of least resistance. So if it has to make a choice between squeezing through a shower head or going through a radiator, which flows pretty freely, it's going to end up going through the radiator and you're going to get froze out of your shower. The second problem is the exhaust on this. I don't know if you can see that. This is the old water heater. This thing's pretty corroded on the inside, and what happened is you've got the sea salt air, you've got 25-foot flue made out of metal, and you have corrosive stuff going through that pipe. A lot of the condensation was forming on the inside of that pipe, and eventually it corroded a good portion of the hat that was on the top of the flue, and a lot of that is down inside here, melted to what used to be a perfectly good heat exchanger. So this thing would fire up, it would try and heat everything up, it would overheat, and it would shut down. Whoever was in the shower when this thing shut down was in for a big surprise. Well, there you have it, folks. Ron Cherry Rehab and Repairs, saving relationships one house at a time. Thanks for watching.